Okay, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining Big John Getting in Shape at age 58. I'm your host, John Diamondidis. It's 6:35 a.m. Like I promised you, we're going to be doing some HIIT exercises or high intensity interval training. This is a beautiful morning. We're going to do 4 sets of 20-second reps on sprinting in place, mountain climbers, and crossover crunches, bicycle crossover crunches. Last part's not hard, but that's why I have the yoga mat down, because we're going to do it on that. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, I personally have not done this workout yet, but it's just a quick thing in the morning to get your heart rate going and increase your metabolism, get your metabolism working so that we can maximize our calorie burn for the day. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do one set, and then I'm going to put the camera on pause, finish that out, and then go to the second exercise and do that, because I don't want to make the video too long. That's what I want to do. I might not do it, so important thing is that when you're doing these, listen to your body. If it tells you to take a longer break between your 20-second sets, then take the longer break. Don't hurt yourself. Also, after this video, we're going to talk about what we talked about before about living in a caloric deficit, which will help you burn up weight as well. So, like this past week, I lost 1 pound. Blood pressure went way down. This week, we're going to even try to enhance everything by doing it again and again and again. So, first we're going to start out with some stretches, and then we'll go into the exercises, okay? All right, so I'm going to back up, and we're just going to keep the camera rolling. Morning stretches. Start with the neck. Get the neck going. Yeah, I do hear the popcorn every time I do this. It's all right. Hear the popcorn? It's good for you. Don't hear the popcorn. That's even better. But if you hear it, you just gotta know you gotta live with it, right? Doctors have been telling me for years that I have arthritis in the neck, but what are you gonna do, right? And nobody's gonna whine or sing you a song for it. So let's try to do this. Do this. Trying to figure out the lighting on this too. There we go. Yeah, that's better. All right. So the neck is done. We're doing arm twirls. That's right. So yesterday, to create all this room in my living room, I've pushed my big 2-seat brown love seat sofa back into the dining room. Moved my coffee table over. Now we got this big play area to do. I put mini traffic cones out on the floor, so I know where I have to be to do this production. Get this one. Oh, I had 5 of these. Okay. Put them all on this one. All right. So, we're doing that. Okay, now, on these, you push way up. You want to try to get some hip flexor action in there. Come all the way out. Do your get your glutes, your lower back, everything stretched out as much as possible. You want to push when you go forward. You want to push forward and do your, try to stretch your groin. Oh, by the way, my feet are angled out almost at a 45. So when you lean back, kind of go back on your heels, push your hips forward. It's going to stretch your groin and your hip flexors. And then bring it out, stretch that hip joint. Go from one side to the other. Get that nice crank going. All right. Again, this is like for me, this is very necessary because it stretches the muscles that are between the ribs. Again, feet together. When you do this, if you don't have your knees locked back, that's fine. Just, don't cheat. Just let your knees, in this position, a lot of people say, oh, you got to keep your knees locked. Well, if you keep your knees locked and that becomes a detriment to you stretching those hamstrings and the upper glutes, the lower glutes and your hamstrings, I'd rather have you stretch those than to keep your knees locked. So, again, go all the way down and hang. Do not bounce, because if you bounce, you'll tear something. Okay? All right. So now we're going to start. First things first. It's the sprint, right? The sprint. We're going to sprint in place. We're not talking high knees, okay? We're not talking a little jog. We're talking about a straight out, full on sprint, arms pumping, heart racing for 20 seconds. We only want to do it for 20 seconds. Now, I don't have a timer, so I'm just going to be counting in my head how long 20 seconds is, because my timer's on the phone and the phone's my camera, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I can't do one without the other. So we're going to go ahead and just, instead of hearing me talk about it and having fun this morning, because it's bright and early and the sun's still below the horizon, so we don't even have sunshine yet, but we're working out, right? We got our stretch going, we got our necks going, everything's popping. All right, so here's what we got. You ready? 20 seconds. Okay, again, I might not have the best running form. I may not be able to pump my legs as fast as anybody else, but it doesn't matter because I'm in here and I'm doing it, okay? We're gonna do 3 more sets of the run. Then we'll switch to another exercise. Give yourselves a 20 to 40-second break in between, but we're talking so right? But don't let yourself come all the way down off of this. You want to still be breathing hard, because the idea is to energize your body, energize your blood flow, and kick in that metabolism
and then we'll be burning fat all daggum day long, right? So we're gonna go back. We're gonna do another 20. We're gonna do another 20. All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That was number 2. Okay. So when you when you're doing these, try to keep your core engaged, because that'll help you keep straight up, and it's a good start on strengthening your abdominal muscles. All right. So as you run in place, try to engage the core, and that'll help keep get your body firmer, right? But everything you do, even when you're sitting down for work, working on the computer or standing up behind the cash register, doesn't matter. Engage your core, keep yourself very erect, and the core is your abdominal muscles, your obliques, and your lower back. That's your core. Keep that engaged. It'll get firmer. Your core will get firmer. You'll continue to burn energy. So it's all good. All right. Set number 3. Ready? Or rep number 3. Going for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, we're getting closer to go. We got one more set of running in place. This is going to be, if you're doing it with me, you're going to see that it's got your blood going, right? And we want to do that and do that all day. Again, this will just kick up the metabolism, and it's going to be, we'll be burning it up like an afterburner machine, so that when we're done with these exercises, the body's still going to crank up the metabolism, because we've got our heart rate going, we got our breathing going, we've got our muscles engaged, and we'll be kicking off some more weight, right? So it's going to be going a lot longer throughout the day. Now, after this morning's workout, I'm going to go to the gym today sometime between 11:30 and 12:30. I'll go to the gym and I'll work out on strength. So we have some HIIT in the morning, HIIT, and we got some weights. So let's get back to it. We're gonna do our last set of running in place. And again, it's not a jog, it's not a high knee thing going all the way up as high as you can. No, it's just sprinting as hard as you can for the count of 20, and I'm doing a slow count. So, and then we're gonna do mountain climbers are next, then the crossover abs. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we're done the sprinting in place. And again, you can tell your weight and how much you might need to lose. One, by, the method of getting on the scale, going to see your doctor, find out how much weight you should lose and so forth and so on like that. Or just stepping on the scale. Or doing if you can pinch an inch, it'll come off in a cinch as long as you work on it. So, the other way to do it is what my brother and I call the jiggle factor. When you're doing something like this, and your body just starts to jiggle, how long does it stop jiggling? How long does it take to stop jiggling once you stop your exercise? That's another thing. Or if you jump up and land on your heels, oh, I felt probably just jiggled there for about a half a second. So I'm not doing too bad, but that's the jiggle test. All right, I'm going to straighten out my yoga mat. And we're going to do mountain climbers. Okay, so now, mountain climbers. So I don't know how to get the camera close enough to, close enough and hit to the floor to show you how these work. So, mountain climber exercise. I'm not even going to use this. I'll use it for the next one. So you get into what's known as a plank position. Basically, that's your push-up. Okay. Basically, you get up into a plank position. Plank position is just a push-up position in the up start. And then, hopefully, you'll just see what I have to do with my legs to get this plank to actually work. All right, and we're going to do it for 20 seconds. Now, when you do this, if both feet are on the ground at the same time, that's okay. But what we're supposed to do is have only one foot on the ground at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 20 seconds of these and then move on. All right. So I hope you can see enough that this is close enough. Okay, good. Okay, so mountain climber. We're going to bring this one in, or up as high as we can. We don't want it to touch. Then we'll jump it back and do this one. So, it's going to look like this, but I am not at the point yet where I can do it and not touch. Part and post is because I've never done these before, and I don't quite have the coordination. But the other part is that I've just never done these. So, we're going to keep trying it. Okay. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11. Okay, so I might have been off, but that was my first 20-second bout with mountain climbers. And boy, oh boy, that's a heavy-duty exercise, especially after doing the running in place. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do another set. Again, I may be too fat, or it may just be the fact that I've never done these, that I don't have the coordination to keep the foot off the ground. I think it's more of the first than the second, just too darn fat. But it won't be for long. I'm pretty certain that by the end of February, you and I will be cranking these mountain climbers out like a piece of cake, toe off the ground, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and do 3 more sets of this. Actually, that's gonna make the video a very long one. I mean, we're already at 20 minutes, so we're gonna stop it here. We're gonna pause it.